Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4, Man the Guns, and our Japanese miniseries, The Pacific War. So last episode, we forced India to capitulate, as well as the Dutch East Indies. We're currently about to get the Philippines knocked out of the war as well, and we're going to start shifting gears towards the east. It's about time. We've got to start taking care of all these islands here, and really we just need to make some adjustments in our tactics as well. Obviously we have done much better in the latter part of that second episode when it comes to the naval battles. We started sinking a lot more British ships, a lot more of their British escorts, but the early part of that episode was kind of rough, and we lost a lot of escorts, guys. And so I did have to kind of redo our Navy here to kind of shift things around and figure out the best way to do this. So what we're going to do, guys, the second fleet here under Koga, he's going to continue handling all these regions here. He's also going to handle the South China Sea. There's just not a lot of action down here anymore, so I think he can handle it. He's also going to have the no, we did move the mine fleet out of here, that's right. So we don't have the mine fleet here for right now. We did lay a few mines, probably not going to be all that helpful, the little bit that we laid there, but he does have additional ships. So I went ahead and gave him another fleet here, and it does seem that his color's all messed up, so let's go ahead and fix that. We're going to want him to use the fleet's color, of course. So now that he has an additional convoy escort, hopefully this should help out, because that's one of the large issues that we've had here, is these submarines sinking all of our convoys. So that should help, and it's a larger one as well compared to the other ones. I guess that makes it the largest one, in fact. And so he's going to stay here. Our third fleet under Azawa, he's going to help out over here. We added this to him so that the Marines can do this naval invasion, because as of right now they are not able to. And let me make sure that these guys, yeah, they are doing naval invasion support, so they'll go over there and help the Marines. So they're gonna do that one, and they'll cover all of these regions here. I guess we'll keep them in the south, or excuse me, in the Java Sea, though it's not entirely necessary to have them there, honestly. But we might have some convoys going through there, so we'll keep them there. He's also going to go ahead and patrol these regions here. However, he's not going to patrol this region. I think we're going to pull back from this one. Let's just take a look. It's deep ocean. Those mines aren't going to help anyway. Yeah, let's pull back from that one, because what we're going to be doing with Yamamoto is he's going to be getting pulled out of all of these regions here. He's done there, guys. And instead we're going to move him. He can be based over here. Do you want them to abort the task? No, not really. It looks like these guys are currently repairing here. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, we want those guys based here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to assign them just to this area here. Because this area, get them assigned there. Let's make sure we got these guys are actually going to be doing we'll keep them on the strike force, actually, and then we'll put them on the patrol. But of course they're not going to be able to patrol because, yeah, they're repairing. You know what, I feel like they're repaired enough, honestly. Yeah, let's go ahead and have them. They can come on over here as well. Yes, cancel the order, and you guys are going to be doing patrol here. So hopefully these two task force will be up to the task of trying to find the American fleet that's here. 68 to 72 ships. I've also went ahead and changed up our Air Force. I guess we'll let this roll for a second. We now have, and can we see here? Are they here yet? No, they're not here yet. We're still waiting on them to get here. There we go. There's one. But we're going to put air wings in every single one of these. I'm just trying to deal with this American fleet here. We got to find them, and we need to destroy them. It's imperative. But Yamamoto, that's going to be his job from here on out, or at least right now. He's going to be attempting to find the American fleet and engage it. So it looks like we did find somebody over here. Let's just take a look. Never mind, that's just some troop convoys. Well, we'll get those sunk. They might have been coming over here to reinforce the Philippines, so probably a good idea that we caught them. Also got some troop convoys there. Excellent. And then the Sea of Japan, we have located somebody, probably just those damn submarines, those American submarines. But yeah, that's the current situation, guys. And hopefully we can turn things around and continue sinking. Let's just see what happened here. Yeah, we're continuing to lose convoys, unfortunately. Yep, just not able to do it. We do have air coverage all the way around here, guys. But another thing that I went ahead and did is I shifted our production away from a lot of our infantry equipment, and we're now starting to really focus on planes, especially naval bombers. So hopefully, it does seem that we are lacking resources. More than likely, yeah, it's because I canceled some of that trade with the Soviet Union. Another thing is that I'm attempting to get ready to annex these guys here. We're going to attempt to annex them, get all of their goodies here, all their resources. I think that will be helpful. It's not a lot here, but the steel is going to be helpful, as well as the aluminum, I think will be very much used for our planes. So it looks like we did catch a bunch of freight convoys there. Our submarines did. We're also getting a little bit of help from our planes here. One destroyer under Admiral King, who is the highest ranking admiral in the U.S. Navy during World War II. And he's got, yeah, he does have an escort fleet here of 3 light cruisers and 9 destroyers. It looks like our submarines decided to take off. They are not interested in fighting that. All right, well, it's a shame that our fleet wasn't over there yet to help them out. So we've got our Marines taking all this territory as well. But yeah, I think once Yamamoto gets over here, we might be able to get them engaged. Because yeah, right now it's just their escorts engaging our submarines. And the Philippines has capitulated. Fantastic news. All right, so that worked out quite well. So now let's get the Marines out of here and get them ready for their next invasion, which is going to be Papua. Yamamoto has arrived into the Mariana region to try and seize control of this region finally for us. And he has attacked King's escort fleet of 3 light cruisers and 9 destroyers. 1 destroyer has already been sunk. And we're still waiting on the majority of his fleet. And here they come. Oh, and it looks like, yeah, just light cruisers and destroyers here. But we've already sunk a bunch. Yeah, this is going quite well for us. Sinking their convoys already. Yeah, they have no screening efficiency. And there we go. Excellent. Let's take a look at what happened here. We lost 1 destroyer in exchange for 2 light cruisers, 9 destroyers, and 15 convoys. Not bad. Does look like one of their light cruisers have gotten away with 53% health, and that's it. All right, excellent. So he still has a ton of ships here, though. It looks like we're attempting to identify one there. And once again, just these damn submarines, man. I mean, we're helping out with our planes, but it's just not enough, guys. They're just sinking our convoys. Not entirely sure why we've been so ineffective in this region, honestly. I don't know if it's the storms. It could be the storms. It seems like there's a lot of storms in the region. But yeah, I mean, I know that we spread them out a little bit. We kind of have to have them, though, to cover all this region here. I don't know. It's just those submarines are very elusive now in Man the Guns. Is one thing I've noticed. They're a little bit harder to find, which I really like. It's not good, of course, when you're the one attempting to find the enemy submarines, but so much better when it's your submarines. All right, so with the month of June over now, let's take a look at how we did in that month. So we lost 16 ships, 1 destroyer, and 15 convoys, while they lost 58 ships. Of course, the 9 destroyers, the 2 light cruisers, and then 47 convoys. So once again, still winning the naval war, even though we can't get any decisive battles where we could actually engage some capital ships. And wait a minute, here we go. About time. Admiral Halsey is over here. Very famous admiral from World War II. Very bold admiral. You think he'd have a trait for that as well? Perhaps not. All right, yeah, nothing in here. Very aggressive, bold admiral. I guess he has the very high attack values. I suppose that makes sense. But most importantly, the American pride of the fleet is here. This is their battleships. They have, oh, this is a massive fleet, guys. Yeah, the 12 battleships here with the pride of the fleet, and they're all early heavy ship hull. So they're all old battleships. Then I'm seeing that they have 35 destroyers here, guys. But once again, all old destroyers. So that's something to consider. They're currently engaged in our submarine, which our submarines have little chance. And it is outside of the region of, yes, it definitely is outside of our region here for Yamamoto's. So what we're going to do is we want Yamamoto to go over there, engage them. We also would like Zawa to engage them. We want our entire fleet going over there. We can move them over there ourselves, but there is a penalty for doing so, guys. A penalty to them entering combat if you manually move them, because they don't. Paradox doesn't want you actually manually moving your ships over there the way it's always been previously done, where you just try and get these decisive battles where you throw your entire navy against their entire navy and hope that you got the biggest one so you can win. It looks like we might have, did we hit anybody? No, we didn't hit anybody. That's just organization dropping. But you notice that we do have a storm going through here, which will increase our submarine's ability to get the hell out of here. They already have a less chance of being discovered with their lower visibility due to the fact that we're in a deep ocean. But with the weather modifier, I think that this should make, they have better speed while retreating, which I'm pretty sure that's exactly what they're attempting to do right now. They're trying to get out of there. Yeah, they're trying to get out of here right now, because it would not go so well for them. It does look like we have more fleets about to engage them. Yamamoto is here. Oh, but it looks like the battle ended. All right, so we were not able to engage that fleet, but now we know who's here, and that's what's important. In fact, I believe we're attempting to locate them right now. Yeah, I think that's them. They must have got away. Yeah, they escaped us. But finally, we have found the main American fleet. Even if we didn't engage them, the point is that we saw them. We looked at them for a little while. So there's that. And I don't want you guys to do this anymore. We need destroyers now. We'll probably give the destroyer to, honestly, I think we'll probably give them to these guys here. They desperately need them. So let's go ahead and stop him from doing his naval exercises, and then we're going to have him combine with these guys here. Because we definitely need some assistance up there. Having some issues, honestly. Alright, we are using a ton of fuel with all of our ships moving around right now. Sunk 6 American convoys there. Excellent. I don't know if those were troop convoys or what. I don't know what kind of trade would be going through here. Let's take a look here. Was this a battle? This was a battle. I don't know how we missed it over here. But it looks like we did lose 3 light cruisers and 3 destroyers. And really didn't get much from it. Unfortunately, we don't have any air coverage over here. These guys have no chance of even reaching them. So really, it's just our fleet against their fleet. And they're currently engaging our submarines again. All right, well, this is King. This is King's fleet. All right, so yeah, really hoping that we can find them here, wherever they may be. We don't have a lot of patrols out there looking for them. But yeah, not having a lot of luck, and they are continuing to sink our convoys over here. The month of July is overall not going well in the sea right now. All right, so once again, we have found King's fleet here, and it seems that we are attacking our submarines, we're attacking their convoys. Sunk one, did a little damage to another one that looks like he's escaped. But yeah, look at all of these ships, guys. There's a lot of ships there. Luckily, our submarines were able to get away, but no luck engaging him yet with our main fleet. I don't even know if we would win. One thing I'm seeing, though, is that he doesn't have any carriers. So that would be one significant advantage we have. Also, I'm not seeing any air support at all on his side. So that's another benefit. They're not able to get the submarines yet. They haven't been getting away. They haven't been able to identify them. It looks like they should be able to escape here. But yeah, they have not had any luck identifying them. But yeah, we're finally starting to get some naval battles going. Now that the main fleet is here, our fleet keeps deploying. Here we go. This might be it. They might run, though. This is Ozawa's fleet. And we have a fleet battle going. All right, so we now have, just to take a look at the numbers here, we currently have 10 destroyers in comparison of, well, they have a much larger screen force than us. As you can see, they have 60% screening, which means that we can only attack. 60% of their ships are being protected, essentially, in the back here. We have 27% screening, meaning that, the majority of our ships are not being protected. But our carrier is nice and far away. He can't be attacked. He's got 100% screening efficiency there. We have 3 carriers that have quite a few planes here to assist us, and really that's going to be what's going to win this conflict for us. I think. Yeah, you can see that they're fleeing. They know what it is. They don't want none of this. We're just going to slow this down a bit so we can actually watch what's going on. We did lose a couple destroyers there. They've lost 1 destroyer. Just taking a look at who destroyed those. It looks like the Oklahoma, that's a battleship. The USS Pope, I'm not telling you, that's probably a battleship as well, though typically the battleships are named after states, so maybe not. Yeah, the USS Pope might be one of those destroyers. Yeah, we're now losing destroyers. Ooh, we lost a heavy cruiser, guys. All right, yeah, we lost our first capital ship of the war. Yeah, that is a shame. Yeah, they are sinking our capital ships right now. They're sinking our destroyers. Why are the planes not doing it, man? Planes aren't doing it. And we now lost 8 destroyers. We lost a battleship as well. Overall, this is a decisive battle that is not going in our favor. I had to see what that was, if that was another big battle going on. All right, so let's keep on watching it. I almost want to tell them to disengage because it doesn't seem like we're going to win this. Yeah, it doesn't even seem like we're even doing any damage to them. Surprisingly, the fact that we have carriers seems to be irrelevant. Yeah, just they don't seem to be doing anything. We're about to lose that light cruiser now. Yeah, lost the light cruiser now. A battleship is sunk. Another battleship's about to get sunk. I think it's about time for them to disengage. I mean, they're currently disengaging. Yeah, I'm surprised that we lost this, guys. Yeah, they've already left. Many of them have left. Yeah, very, very surprised at the way that this is developed. That the planes didn't really seem to do anything. I mean, I'm sure some got shot down, but yeah, very, very surprised. We might get one of their destroyers. Yeah, we sunk a bit of destroyers, but that obviously that wasn't worth what we lost, guys. That was a massive battle. The Battle of Wake, and it was devastating for our Navy. Quite a loss, guys, as Alwa did not do well in that. So the battleship we lost was an early battleship. It was, an older model, of course, so there's that. We lost a heavy cruiser, of course, as well. We lost one light cruiser, and that was a newer light cruiser. And we lost 9 destroyers. It seems kind of a mixture between newer and older destroyers. And then we sunk 11 of their destroyers. Overall, definitely a loss here, guys. We did a little bit of damage to their fleet. Looks like we almost sunk several of their battleships, but it just wasn't enough, guys. None of our carriers got hit. Battleships are quite damaged. Overall, this was devastating to our fleet. This was quite the loss. Finally, a decisive battle. It just was not in our favor, guys. So yeah, that did not go well. I was really hoping that Yamamoto's fleet would make it over there to assist him, but unfortunately, he did not make it. So we've entered into the month of August. Let's take a look at our losses for July. We already know this is going to be bad. Obviously, that one decisive battle didn't go well. And you can see this is one of the worst months of the year for us. We lost 37 ships. They've only lost 50. Typically, those numbers are much, much different. And remember, we lost some very large ships. As far as destroyers, we lost 12. They lost 11. We lost 5 light cruisers. Those might even be heavy cruisers. Now, I think the heavy cruisers would be under heavy ship. So yeah, 5 light cruisers. They lost 2 submarines. We lost, the one battleship. I think that those are heavy cruisers and light cruisers, actually. We lost the one battleship, of course. And then convoys is really the only one that we've won in the convoy war. We lost 19 convoys. They lost 37 convoys. So one thing I would like to see, though, is if our war support, I guess I could have looked at war support here, is being affected at all by trade convoys being raided. It looks like it is. You can see that our trade convoys being raided is affecting our total war support here. Negative 46.90%. It's a weekly of negative 2.20%. Just taking a look at theirs, the Americans, because we have sunk a lot of American convoys. I don't know if we can actually see how that affects them, honestly. Yeah, we might not be able to, because I know we have sunk a ton of their convoys. Yeah, I mean, we see the enemy bombing. Huh, that's weird. You would think we'd be able to see how that's affecting their war support. Kind of seems like we're the only ones that get affected by convoy raiding. Now, you notice that we're having problems with supply throughout our bases. I think that might, and I'm not completely sure, that might have something to do with the fact that we don't control some of these sea regions, and that the convoys here are being raided, so we're not getting our supplies. So a lot of the island bases are having some issues there. But to talk about some positive stuff happening, we've got a naval invasion here. We should be able to grab this last island up. That's the last Filipino island, and then we'll have that wrapped up. And we sunk another American submarine. There's that. So just trying to look at the positives here, but guys, we are having some difficulty in the overall naval war right now. Alright guys, we have our long lance torpedoes. That's going to be super helpful. The long lance torpedoes, if I can show that to you guys. Torpedo screen penetration plus 20%. So what that means is, let's say that they have 50% screening. Then we penetrate through 20% of that. So 10% of it. That means so effectively they would only have 40% screening. So that's what it does. So pretty helpful overall. I think it's going to allow our submarines to perform even better, as well as our destroyers that have torpedoes. They should all perform much better in the conflict, hopefully. Alright, a bit of good news, guys. We have managed to land our Marines onto Papua, and that means we're going to get this conquered, guys. So let's just go ahead and send... these guys are wrapping this up as well. They're just about done, and then they'll probably come over here and assist these Marines. So let's go ahead and have them... I'm just going to have the AI control this. Hopefully they can do it without mucking it up. Alright, so they're going to go conquer all that. And we'll go ahead and do their initial orders. Make sure that they get all that taken care of. And then let's send one all the way over here to get all this wrapped up. Alright, excellent. Does he need to take that? No, he doesn't. And yeah. That is ugly. I didn't mean to do it that way, guys. There we go. Alright, so it should look good there. Let's go ahead and get these guys going this way. Let's go grab all of the ports if we can. And then these Marines here are going to be shooting across. Yeah, let's just have them shoot all the way across here. And then wrap up that area. And then the last two gonna be going through down the center. And hopefully we don't face any resistance here. I guess we'll find out. Alright, so we got our Marines attacking. I don't even know why I gave the AI the order to do it if I wasn't gonna let them control it at all. Also, one of our fleets is finished repairing. Yamamoto's fleet. The ones that were lightly damaged are done repairing. The ones were a little bit more heavily damaged, I just went ahead and detached those so that they could get repaired and we could still have a fleet out here patrolling. Also, I gave him one of the patrol fleets from over here because we desperately needed another patrol fleet for Yamamoto. Alright, I thought he was still repairing. So yeah, he has a couple battleships damaged. All his battleships are heavily damaged. What I'm thinking about doing is when this battleship finishes up, moving him over here to support them. I already pulled a couple ships out of this fleet, but yeah, overall having some issues. Looks like we have found somebody. Trying to identify somebody here. I'm not seeing the indicator. There it is. Looks like maybe perhaps a light cruiser, 2 light cruisers, maybe a destroyer. I don't know, but it's not the main fleet, so that's what matters. And we've been sinking a lot of American submarines. I'm looking forward to showing you guys what happened. And we just sunk 2 destroyers. Excellent. It looks like Yamamoto's fleet has gone out and engaged that small American fleet that we found out there. Fantastic. So getting some positives. I'm looking forward to showing you guys at the end of the month here how we've done overall. Watch this be something really negative. Oh, there we go. Another submarine sunk. Excellent. So we're still losing convoys. You know, I think we actually might have lost the convoy war in this episode, or in this month. It sure seems like it. These guys here, I'm gonna send them to invade. I was gonna invade over here, but I don't think we're going to. I think we might start invading these islands here. But let's concentrate on getting this done. I really want to just get this wrapped up here. And what are you guys? Which one's going? That's fine. Looks good. We did finish up the research for our 1940 carrier holes. That is excellent. As you guys can see, we're slowly getting Papua conquered. We also have 2 more Marines on the way to help to assist conquering this island chain here. We're gonna have to get taken care of. So that's gonna be super helpful. Also, taking over all this is going to allow us to use it for a base for our planes. Are starting to have fuel problems. As you guys see, we don't have a lot of fuel left. I've been taking measures to try and deal with that, but it's been difficult here as Japan, and we know the Americans probably aren't having any fuel issues. We are at the end of August, so I want to go ahead and take a look at our stats here for our lost ships. So the current month, We've only lost 17 ships. They've lost 42. So they've lost 10 submarines. So we're starting to take out the American submarine fleet. They've lost 2 destroyers. We haven't lost any of either of those. We lost 17 convoys. They've lost 30 convoys. 11 of those are American convoys as well. So we have won August. While July was devastating, August is, I wouldn't say it makes up for it, of course. Obviously, it's, I guess I forgot, August is, yeah, there's 31 days in August. So a little bit of time left, but nothing really seemed to change. Doesn't look like anybody sunk anything here in the last day of August. But yeah, we're getting some wins on the land. It's really just the sea that we're having some difficulty in. All right, Norway has capitulated. Looks like Germany was successful in their invasion of Norway. Got some loud vehicles going by here. But yeah, they have wrapped this up. That's excellent news. That will give Germany some good locations for submarine bases, though I almost guarantee they hardly have any ships left. Yeah, they have like 20-something ships left. We're almost done wrapping up all this area here. We're about to get Bismarck. This was a key island group here throughout the war historically, and it was a pretty big deal trying to get this city here. So yeah, I think we're accomplishing something here. Even if we haven't had much navally going on. And I think a large reason for that is because both the large fleets are repairing, guys. I think that's what's happening right now. Our fleets are repairing. The fleets of the U.S. Navy are repairing. We got the 1940 cruiser hull as well, so that's excellent news. I was saving up my Navy experience to get the new carriers. We're currently building carriers here, so there's not really any rush. It's going to take a while to get these done. But yeah, I didn't have enough experience to get a carrier hull done. I would like to show you guys that. So, all right, guys, so we are into October. Let's just take a look and see how we did overall. Not a lot of naval battles, guys. We sunk 3 American submarines. As far as convoy goes, we lost 6. They lost 4. So not really a lot going on, honestly. It does seem that the fleets have disengaged. Obviously, ours is several of our fleets are currently repairing, and it looks like that big American fleet that came through here, they don't want none of it. They decided they would rather go home and hide. So yeah, they went home and repaired. I know that we did a ton of damage to them. We almost sunk a couple of their battleships there. So we have gotten all Papua conquered. Also, we got Bismarck conquered as well. Now we're going to start moving down into the Solomon Islands, try and get Guadalcanal. We'll likely do some naval invasions into there. Also take those 2 islands there. And just kind of shut down all this area here. And then we'll probably invade Australia. I don't know why we win it. We got troops just lying around right now. So yeah, I think an invasion of Australia will likely be next. Let's just take a look. We got another submarine sunk there for a convoy, of course. So yeah, we just haven't been able to engage them, honestly. Let me see what's going on over here. Yeah, just more convoy battles, American submarines. But we've slowly been taking out that American submarine fleet. There's a lot of them, though. I don't know how many submarines they have. 50, 60 submarines. It's ridiculous. So that's the reason why we're having such difficulty taking them all out, just because there's so damn many of them. Yeah, there's another one sunk. So yeah, this is just Nimitz. His submarine fleet is just very large. And we can now develop Chinese resources. This is going to give us some bonuses. In fact, what I'll go ahead and show you guys. That actually gave us a lot of aluminum, so we're no longer going to need to trade as much. In fact, we might not need to trade for aluminum at all with the Soviet Union, which means I don't think we need to trade for anything, which is excellent. That means less convoys out in the sea for Nimitz and his submarines to sink. Italy lays claim to Greek territory, so it looks like the Italians and the Germans are going to be going to war with Greece soon, which would result in them joining the Allies, because they do need something else to do now that they have taken out Norway. And there we go. All right, Greece has joined the Allies, and now they're in the conflict as well. We should probably get a national focus selected here. Let's see what happened here. Looks like we lost a convoy, and we sunk a submarine. So a lot of time has passed, mostly just sinking submarines, guys, and preparing invasions. So we've got a 3-way invasion here. We're just going to launch, hit all 3 of these ports up. 1, 2, 3, all at the same time. Hopefully they're successful, because this escort fleet can only guard one of them. So, and he decided to guard the smallest one, of course, because why? What else would he do? So, yeah, he is moving over here now. Not entirely sure what he's doing. I think he is going to guard the little tiny fleet. Of course he would. Another thing, we almost got these guys annexed. Pretty close to having them annexed, so that's nice. And then also, Greece has capitulated. They've been defeated here, so that's a win for the Axis. However, the communist Mexico was knocked out here, so that's another. I guess that's another win for the fascists, because yeah, these guys are fascists, but they're part of the Allies, despite the fact that they are fascist. Yeah, that was unfortunate. That means because remember, America was distracted with that. So who knows what else they're over here doing. I'm sure that they're fighting in Venezuela. I think that's where the majority of their troops have been right now. Fighting in Venezuela, in Peru, which is why we haven't really seen any naval invasions. I think that's the large reason for that. But yeah, we're going to get these invasions knocked out. And here, before the end of the day, we're going to take a look at the naval situation. There we go. So let's go and take a look at the current naval situation for this month and last month, because we didn't check last month. And you know, we're still definitely winning the naval war. So let's just take a look at last month here. We sunk 8 of their submarines, lost 4 convoys. They lost 5 convoys. This month, we've lost no convoys. We sunk 13 of their submarines and 9 convoys. So this month has went very, very well for our side. I really feel like the American fleet is pulled back. I guess we could take a look. I mean, it says that there's still ships here, estimated number of ships here. But are these all these submarines? I don't know. Yeah, you're noticing not as many submarines throughout this region, guys. Not at all. Yeah, we really have started to pull those back and defeat them. So we're winning the naval war when it comes to the convoys and the submarines. Also, if we were to take a look at our fleet here, I did start building Azawa's fleet back up. He's been getting a lot of the new escorts ships that we've been building. He's been getting most of them. I think I gave a couple to Yamamoto as well. Yeah, we're trying to build our fleet back up to make up for those losses that we took. So they'll be stronger next time. All right, so we did win here. Excellent. So let's just go and have 2 of these guys go all the way down. I don't think they'll meet any resistance, but they could. There could be somebody over there guarding that other port. So far, there has not been anybody guarding any of these islands at all. It's just been, other than, of course, over here. That was about it. Borneo was guarded, and I don't recall anybody have any defenses anywhere else. It's been relatively easy for the most part, taking those over. All right, so Guadalcanal is ours. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get some Marines just bouncing all over these islands here. Get these all taken for the glory of the Empire. You guys are gonna go this way. So yeah, we're gonna wrap up the Solomon Islands, and then after that, I suppose we can start invading into the southern islands down here. And then New Zealand and Australia are wide open to us. I imagine that it'd probably be a good idea to start invading down there. 2 more submarines sunk. I think our planes are really doing a lot of that work there. So it's been going well overall. One thing that we can go ahead and do before we end the episode is let's take a look and see if I have the experience to modify the carriers, to make new carriers. I know that it's going to be a while before we be able to get any more. However, I think it's going to be worth building another carrier, guys. Really focusing on the carrier fleets, honestly. So let's take a look at this. Carrier engine 3s. Let's look at the secondary battle. Yeah, we probably want to get the secondary battery. The hangar space, the decks are 25 per each hangar space. And I think that's because we have this here, the naval arsenal, Yokosuka. And this increases deck size by plus 25%, which would be 5. But it does reduce the overall armor on these. So let's go and increase that. We are going to want to put some anti-air on here. And of course, another hangar as well. So yeah, we get 75 here. We do have the experience for that. So that's nice. Do we have the experience to put one more thing on here? And then the question is, do we want to go and put another hangar on here? Or do we want to get a little bit of armor to protect the ship? So that they'll be required to have some piercing damage in order to take it down. I kind of feel like we're just going to rely, given that we also have this modifier here that's going to decrease the amount of armor that we're going to get from it. I think we're just going to rely on screens and heavy ships to protect our carriers, and instead just go with more deck space. Yeah, 100 deck space. I think that would work out nicely. That's exactly how much experience we have. I didn't do that on purpose. That just happened. I have a list of carrier and battleship names, but I forgot to set it over here by the computer so that I could name them. So we're just gonna name them what I've been doing here. But yeah, somebody actually posted in the comments a useful list of names and stuff, the way the naming system works for the Japanese ships. So let's do historical carriers here. So yeah, this looks great. Let's go ahead and save it. So we're gonna be able to get a ton of planes on our carriers. So that's fantastic. Let's go ahead and get these building now. And we'll just put them right underneath these guys. Probably won't have any dockyards to put towards them. We got to keep building the cruisers, unfortunately. We do need, you know what we don't really need is submarines. So we'll pull from the submarines. We do need to keep going with the convoys as well. So yeah, we're not going to be able to really pull from anything right now because we do need the destroyers and the cruisers so much. But we at the very least got one going into it. And we can go ahead and design this as well. We're probably going to go with, how many do we have? 100 here? What we'll do is we'll tick this down 55 and then tick the carrier fighters down a bit as well. All right, so that looks pretty solid. In fact, let's do it this way. All right, excellent. Yeah, I like this. This will work out nicely. All right, so we've got the new carriers building, and I'm excited to get some of those into our fleet. Obviously, it's going to be a while just to get the next carriers. Not until 18th of August, 1941. But yeah, we have knocked out all these islands. We're getting some successes here. The naval battles, obviously. We had that big loss this episode, which was devastating, losing that battleship. I know it's just one battleship, guys, but it hurt the honor of the Empire, honestly. So that is actually as far as we're going to go today, guys. That was 6 months for this episode, and that is 1 year. That is 1 year of the war against the Allies. Just taking a look at our total stats here for the Navy, since it's kind of the big focus of our mini series here. As far as cruisers go, we've lost 6 light cruisers and heavy cruisers, as I think this both light and heavy cruisers are included in here, while they have lost 19. 14 submarines of ours have been sunk compared to 36 of theirs. We've lost 36 destroyers, they've lost 78. We of course lost the only heavy ship. And then 143 convoys of ours have been sunk compared to 1,176 of their convoys. So overall, definitely winning the naval war here. But of course, this was damaging here. But yeah, the submarines. Look at that, 35 American submarines sunk. You got to think that has to be making some kind of impact on them. And I'm surprised that they're not being affected at all on the war support for all those convoys that have sunk of theirs. Because, yeah, a lot of these convoys have been American convoys. And, yeah, Australian as well. We sunk Australian convoys and not seeing anything there. But with ours, you're definitely seeing our trade convoys. The fact that they're being sunk, that is affecting us. So yeah, that's kind of strange that they're not being affected by it at all, despite the fact that we sunk 1,000 something convoys overall. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the episode, guys. It's obviously not a lot happened this episode, just invasions of islands. It's kind of the way it is. But yeah, it's been quite successful. We're knocking them all out slowly but surely. And I would really like to start invading into the American island. So far, every time I attempt to invade it, we have a lot of issues with it. Because they always seem to send their fleet over here. But that might be one way to get their fleet to engage us, is by attempting to invade their islands. But overall, we're building it up. We also have another destroyer here. We'll probably place this one into Azawa's fleet as well. He can use them. We're really starting to build it back up after all those losses that he took. And I really hope that the Americans come out to play soon. I want another shot at them. They just have so many ships, but the fact that our carrier fleet lost to their battleship fleet, I find that really interesting. I don't really know why that is. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It makes sense that their battleships were destroying our escorts. Completely understand that. But what I don't understand is how our carrier planes were not doing very much damage to their battleships. We did a little bit. One of them, we got down to like 30-something% health. But overall, it was not super successful. We had 3 carriers in that battle, guys, and they yeah, I don't know. I remember in prior to the Man the Guns in the 1.6 patch, if you had 3 carriers and the enemy had none, and they had no air support, you would devastate their battleships. So that's an interesting change. I don't know if those battleships were just stacked with AA guns. I'm not entirely sure what was going on there and why they weren't having any success. But yeah, that is actually going to be the end of the episode, unfortunately. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Like I said, it was a little bit slow, but at least we finally engaged the American fleet. We finally got to see that they actually have some heavy ships. They actually have capital ships. We finally got into a capital ship battle, even if we lost it. It is what it is. But it was fun. I was glad that we got to engage them. So if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Hope to see you on that American series as well. Definitely enjoying that. It's been fun. It's starting to finally pick up. We had the well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but yeah, it's starting to pick up. It's a slower series, but the American starts just so slow typically. So that's starting to pick up now. So go check that out if you're not already. And yeah, that's going to be it for this one. And thanks for watching, guys.